Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again. Today I have for you potentially the #1 chatterbait modification I have ever seen. This is something that honestly I can't even believe I'm sharing with you because it is something that I have been able to use in a handful of tournaments to some really good success, and I have a few other professional fishermen that probably are going to be pretty upset about me sharing this with you, but it is an extremely valuable tip. And as you know, on this channel, we have no secrets, right? I've given you so much juice in the past that what's one more? So that's what we want to do today. I'm going to give you this chatterbait tip. Guys, it is something you need to try. It will catch more fish, it will catch bigger fish. It is the secret upon secret when it comes to chatterbaits. So let's get into it, guys. Okay, so the first thing is you want a big bladed chatterbait. You know, I know there's a few others on the market. The one that I like to use is actually a musky bait. This is a TNA Angry Dragon head. It comes with a big treble hook and a twister tail. This is actually their smallest size. But what I want is the blade. I need something that's going to get me a ton of vibration. So I took the treble hook off. At that point, the next important step here is to open up your split ring. And just so you know, they call it an Angry Dragon because the head on it is a dragon. If you can see that, pretty cool. So I'm going to open up the split ring here and attach the next important part. All right, so the reason you want to do this and the reason this is so important is during dirty water periods when you're trying to get some additional flash and additional vibration, this is what you need to do. This is the tip that the pros are doing, and you're gonna be amazed that you haven't thought about doing this yet. It really is a phenomenal tip. Let me get that on. All right. So you're going to think I'm crazy, but once you've got your big bladed vibrating jig, whatever it is, you want to attach a 3-armed Alabama rig to the bottom. In this case, this is just a custom one I had made up, bought down around Chickamauga years ago. But once you have it on there, and that looks kind of dirty, just because he's got his face up the dragon's skirt, I guess you could say. But so anyways, once you've got that on there, what you've just done is gotten a ton of vibration and a ton of flash because I've got the blades. We all know when you're throwing Alabama rigs, you're better off throwing blades because you get that bigger bait ball schooling method. And I do want to mention that depending on the state you live in, check your local regs to make sure that this is even legal to do this. Most places it is. In Wisconsin, you can only use hooks on two of the arms. But so in this case, once you've got your rig put on, the next important tip here, guys, and this is really important because you're going to have so much lift with that big chatterbait blade, you're going to need something that's going to draw the bait down. So once you've got that, so once you realize you're going to have that lift from the bait, because you not only now do you have the big blade that is trying to rise up, you've also got all the spinners on the Alabama rig, which are going to create a lot of drag. So you got to get your bait down. At that point, that's when I go with a big dredger on the bottom. This is the 20.5, one of the deepest, fastest diving crankbaits on the market. So what that's going to do, and you want to make sure you put it on the bottom arm of your bait. What that's going to do is it's going to pull the whole bait down. It's going to get you to a little bit deeper depth, which is huge. Now, one of the reasons I love this rig is because if you happen to be fishing down the bank and you come across a big fish on a bed and you're just looking for something that's going to trigger him, that's where this bait comes into play. What you need to do is you grab one of your big tiki lobsters like this, and you're going to rig it on a big EWG hook because you need it to be weedless. Because in case of, you know, if you come across a bed that's got like a branch in it or something, you just want to make sure that you can set that big tiki lobster right in there. I mean, that's really what you need to trigger those big bedfish to go. So it's really a very versatile bait from that standpoint. Now we got one arm left. At that point, guys, what I'm gonna do to try to create that big shad ball effect is I'm just gonna add on another Alabama rig here with a couple of Matt Steffen Dirty Jig guppy heads, one of the best Alabama rig baits you can throw. It's just a shameless plug on my part, but we'll take it. So right here, I've got one of the most versatile chatterbait tips I've ever seen. You can throw this thing basically anywhere. If you want to work it high up in the water column, you can do it. You see a fish on a bed, you drop it down in there, you work them with the bed. If you've got suspended fish, you've got the full-blown effect of the Alabama rig. But if you've got muddy water, guys, this is what you're looking to do. For me, I generally like to stick with all natural shad colors because I'm going for that bait ball effect. But if you want to really mix it up with color, you can do that. Some guys like to put like a bright yellow bait on to really make the fish get attracted to that one color. But it's dynamite. Let's go down to the river. I just want to take a couple of quick casts, show you how this thing works. All right, we're down here at the water. It is April 1st, super cold day. Guys, the one thing about this bait is you want to have the right rod if you're using it. Here I've got my custom built M8X. It's a MU96 heavy action. Then I've got a big Abu Garcia Revo Beast here. It's key to throwing big baits like this just to check out that motion in the water. Oh, I mean, I can barely even keep a hand on it. I mean, there's so much vibration coming out of these things. You just look at it, you fish so many different levels. You've got the bottom covered, you've got the top covered, everything works. Now, I don't want to make too many casts because I don't want the fish to become accustomed to this, because that happens a lot these days. There's so much pressure on the water. But really, you just fire that thing out there and it's just going to be a straight retrieve. That rod tip's just pounding. I mean, there's one on a bed. Nope, it's not reacting good, so I'm gonna leave that fish. I'll come back to it, but that is the bait that would catch that fish. He sees that big, you can't see it because the river's dirty, but that fish saw that big tiki lobster and swirled on it. I can tell though it's not ready. I'm a pro, I deal with this all the time. So I'm not gonna make too many more casts with this, but I wanted to share this tip with you because it is the #1 chatterbait tip that's going. The professionals are doing this all the time. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. Another tip and tricks video coming out tomorrow.